Hi, I'm Cheryl. We're going to be making this this pretty birthday card. I'm using the Daisy Delight sets, and well, let's get started on it. I made a birthday card, but of course you can make it anything you'd like it to be. I can't see what you're doing from my house, so you do what you want. So what we need for this is, let's see, I've got a piece of old olive cardstock. This is 5.5 by 8.5, and that coordinates with the Daisy, or the Delightful Daisies designer papers. And we'll need a piece of that, like so. And this is 5 by 3.25. And we need a piece of Whisper White that's 4.25 by 5.5. That's going to go on our inside, the inside of our card. Is that right? Yes, that's right. Then we need a little scrap here. We're going to cut, I've already done it. We're going to cut a little daisy out of this, and also I'm going to stamp the leaf, and that'll get fussy cut out. And then we need a piece here that's 2 inches by 5.5, and you'll notice that mine is my scrap piece from when I made my sample card. And then we need a little piece that's it's about 1 inch by 3.5 inches, and we'll cut our little banner from that. Okay, we're using the Happy Birthday Gorgeous stamp set. And let's see, what did we use from that? The Happy Birthday, right there. And let me get that out. I obviously did not get that out. Okay, Happy Birthday, there it is. Okay, we can put this aside. I'll grab myself a little block here. That one will work. Pick that up and put that over here. Then I'm using the Daisy Delight stamp set. We're using the leaf. Okay, just the leaf outline from that. And then from World's Best Trophy, right here is the banner stamp, and it doesn't come with dies, so we're going to have to fussy cut that out. And then it also has a little fill-in stamp that you can stamp over that banner, and I'm going to need those taken out too. Boy, I am just not prepared today at all. I'm going to blame it on allergies, because we've had a lot of rain lately, and so everybody's landscaping is blooming, and everybody's been out it's a weekend that I'm doing this video, and everybody's been out cutting their grass, and I was just all snuffly and stuffed up, and I took an allergy pill. Yeah, so that always makes me a little fuzzy. Okay, and then I have this die set that I got from a website. It's called AliExpress. I got it because I thought it would go so nice with the daisies and the Stampin' Up! Products, and we are going to use the little die for that. Well, I already did use it, so I can actually put this away. I've just started storing my oddball, I call them my oddball dies, like the ones I get from AliExpress or some of the other companies that sell, like they're just all over the world, in China and Malaysia, and I get them, but they're so cheap. They take forever to get here, but it's very inexpensive to buy. I probably only paid a couple dollars for this set. So, anyway, I've been storing them like this. This is a CD holder with chipboard and a magnet. And then I have the Spellbinders die set, and this is Scalloped Borders 2. I'll be using that. They make some beautiful dies. A lot of them are geared towards scrapbooking, so they're kind of big. So you have to make sure that you get ones. If you buy any the Spellbinders, you have to make sure you get the ones that are geared for like A2 sized cards. I'm using Always Artichoke ink and Saffron, and I also have my markers Saffron and Always Artichoke out. I have my Tombow glue. I have my little fussy cutting scissors. I have some dimensionals, and then I have both my Stickles and my Scrappy Cat glitter glue. And I was going to use my Nuvo drops. They have the one that's the clear with the white crystals, but then I realized, I've got these bottles of this glue and I need to use them up, and I wasn't really going for dimension. I just wanted the glitter. So I'm going to use, I think I'll use the Stickles. I used the Scrappy Cat on my demo card, but I'm going to use the Stickles glue on this one. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we'll stamp our leaf. We're going to use our Always Artichoke ink. And, oh, I have the fill-in on the leaf too. So I'm going to stamp that. Always Artichoke. That's the outline. And now I will stamp with my fill-in, but I'm going to stamp it off first. It looks like it took off most of all the ink, but we'll see. Nope, it was good. You see? So it's just a little lighter color now. And let's do the banner too right now, since I have the Always Artichoke out, and I did stamp that in the in Always Artichoke. So let me do Happy Birthday first, and I'm going to put that kind of towards the top here on our little strip, and then I'll use the banner outline. I wanted it to go the other way. Well, let's do that again. We're going to stamp it towards the bottom. Scratch towards the top. We're stamping towards the bottom. I told you I'm really kind of fuzzy from the medication. And I don't even take what I'm supposed to take. I only take half. Okay, there we go. So that's done. Let me quick peel that off. Grab a baby wipe and give this a quick wipe. I'll clean my stamp properly when I'm finished with the video, but for now baby wipe works just fine. And I'll put that the fill-in piece on and get my Saffron out. Inked up good, and just line that up right on top there, and there we go. That's stamped. And let's do the flower too. Okay, so I'm going to use my Always Artichoke marker, and I'll use the bigger end. And in the center of the flower, I'm just gonna do scribbles. I don't really care if it's covered completely, because I'm gonna put the sparkly glue over it, and a little bit of a texture look to the center is actually a good thing. And I'm just gonna go with my Saffron marker and just put a line on each of the petals. And because it's the bigger tip, it covers quite a bit of them, and the petals are small, but I'm not covering them completely. And I'm just going to shape these a little bit. I'm going to wait until the end to put my Stickles on, because they do take a while to dry. I noticed that the Nuvo crystal drops take considerably less time to dry. Which is nice if you're in a hurry to get things done. So I'm fussy cutting out my leaf, doing that real quick here, and then I'll fussy cut out my little banner. There might be a die. No, there isn't a die available for that one, I don't believe. And snip that off. And then we'll do the banner. Actually, I'm going to use my larger scissors for the banner, because it works much better if you have long straight cuts, to have to be able to do a long cut as opposed to going like this. Yeah, you want to do a long cut, and that'll keep it much straighter. And we're getting there. I have my craft room door open to let some of the air conditioning come in. And I'm kind of holding my breath, hoping my little kittens I've adopted don't come running in. Been feeding a female cat. Well, there's a female and a male, you know, just a stray cats. Well, the female had kittens, and I took the two girls. She had 4 kittens, 2 girls, 2 boys. I took the 2 girls in, and once they were weaned, grabbed Mama Cat and took her and got her spayed. So now we don't have to worry about her having kittens again, or all these male cats coming around when she goes into heat. Okay, we got those done. So we can cut. Let's do some cutting now. I have off to the side here, I have my big shot. I didn't mention that earlier, but we're going to cut this border here with the Spellbinders dies. And I'm using actually 3 of them. Okay. I have them taped together already. There's this one here, it's got a little scalp edge on it. Then it has the wider decorative one on the inside, and then it has an edge here that cuts it. So you could put it on the bottom and just cut out the bottom. You could put it on the top like I'm going to do right now. And we're going to use that on the inside also. So let me just position this on my bit of paper here. And there's little notches here. So you can line those up with the edges of your paper, and then you know it's centered on your paper. Now tape that down. Now in my spell binders die set, they give you a little paper here, special tips, and it does say to use an extra piece of scrap paper within your sandwich as a shim to give that extra bit of pressure that can help bring through the high level of detail. So I want a high level of detail. So I do have a piece of scrap cardstock here in my sandwich, and I have my flattest die plate next, and I'm using the magnetic platform, which I understand is a little bit thicker than your standard platform. So I'll put that there, and it also says run your sandwich through the machine 1 or 2 additional times to ensure a full and consistent cut, rotating it 45 or 90 degrees each time. So we're going to do that also. So I'll run that through and bring it back out. So I've actually already cut it 2 times, but now I'm going to rotate it. Let's see, maybe I don't need to. I don't think I need to. Nope, look at that. That cut good. Just need to poke these little bits out here. Okay, so now we have our little decorative piece for the front. Now for the inside of the card, let me show you. If I can find the card again, there it is. For the inside of the card, I did the full thing on the edges. I think I would like to have just the border, just that little scalloped edge with the dots on the top and the bottom. So I'm going to take my piece of paper here that I'm going to use for the inside, and let's see, I want to cut that down because I want a border of my card base to show. So I'm going to cut off, I want about 1/4 inch showing, so I'm going to cut off a 1/2 inch on each side here. For some reason I put a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch piece of paper in here, and I don't need it that big. Good thing I have everything within reach in this room. Okay, so now let me get these off here, get rid of all my little bits. Now I'm going to put my paper down here, and remember I said they have these little things here, and it's not going to fall right on the edge, because remember we trimmed that 1/4 inch off. But I'm going to eyeball here to here and here, and take a bit of painter's tape that's a well-used piece of painter's tape. If you're using your tape for the first time, then you might want to tap it off on your clothes a little bit, take a little of the sticky stuff off, and run it through. Masking tape works just as well too, but I had painter's tape left from a painting project, so I've been using that. Let's see, that cut nice. Yeah, I think I'm going to like this better. So let me flip that over, and we'll line this up again. Get that spaced evenly. Put our tape down. run it through. Okay, I don't think I need my instructions anymore. And I have my, I'll just put all my dies together here, set them aside. I can put those away later. Oh, I think that's nicer, don't you? And that will go on the inside. All of this can go away. So now we have all of our components, I believe. Let's bring our card base in. And I'm going to start by putting this down, but I don't want any of it to show through my lace. Oh dear, so how do we handle that? Very simply, we're going to do some fussy cutting again. I'm just going to lay my cutout here on top of my paper and see that it's pretty even. And I'm just going to take a pencil and I'll trace right along that line, and I can use my big scissors and cut all that excess out. And you don't have to be real careful about this because there is a little bit of an edge on that die, on the die cut that we did. Okay. So, with my Tombow, you see the back of this? Isn't that pretty too? There's a lot of really nice papers in this delightful daisy. The delightful daisy papers. And I want just a little bit showing up at the top, about 1/16 of an inch, and then I'll center it side to side here. There we go. And then next I'll put my lace down, and I have that going edge to edge on my card. If I remember right, I had to trim off a little bit on the edges. We'll see. We'll see. And we just line that up. Yep. I have to trim just a little bit off the edges. And there. That's stuck down. I'll flip that over. And it's just a little bit showing. We'll just trim that off. And then next we can put our happy birthday down. I used Stampin Dimensionals for that. Put one there. Put one there. And I think I need a little something on the tails of the banner. So I'm going to use some of my edge pieces here. Don't throw these edge pieces away. These are perfectly good dimensionals. There we go. Let me peel those off. If you have a hard time getting them off, give them a little poke and it kind of pops it up, you see? And you can just peel it right off. So I'm going to center my happy birthday. My little banner, and then next we do the flowers and the leaves. So on the back of the flower, I used a full dimensional. And put it just to the side of my banner here. And then I'll have my leaf, and I wanted to shape my leaf a little bit. I flipped up the petals on the flowers a bit. I want to shape the leaf a little. So I'm going to give it, just with my fingers, I'm just going to give it a little curve. So let me see if I can show you like that. I'm going to put a dimensional under this part here that sticks up. And I'm just going to use a little bitty one. A little bitty piece from the edge. And then on the part that scoops down towards the paper, I'm just going to put a little dot of Tombow glue. And that'll hold it in its shaped form. And I'm going to tuck that up under the flower here. And have that just sticking out, just that one leaf. Okay, and let's do the inside too. Put some Tombow glue on there. Well, normally I would just put like I'd just use a bit of repositionable tape and then do my stamping or whatever. That way if I mess it up, I can just peel it off. But I got carried away with the Tombow. And here we go. For the inside, that's just a nice little something on the inside. And time to put the stickles on. I'll do the leaf first, so I can get in under here, under this flower. Come on, Stickles. Like I said, I was going to use the Nuvo drops, but I didn't want dimension anyway. I thought, well, why use my Nuvo drops when I have these that I really do need to use them up. Now on my original card too, on my sample card, I went all around the edge here of the banner with the and just added a little bit of the Always Artichoke ink. I just sponged on the outside, you see, but I'm not going to do that on this one. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take my Stickles, I'm just going to go around the edge, then with my Stickles, and outline my happy birthday, give it a little more sparkle. I decided to do that instead. So you could do either one, whichever one appeals to you most. But see, now I have a little sparkle, and our card is finished. So I hope you liked my video. I hope you can make sense of it, because like I said, I took those allergy pills and they really make me dopey. So if you liked the video, then be sure to hit the like button down below. I always like to hear from you, so if you have any comments or even questions, then leave those below also. If you'd like to see more of my videos, then be sure to hit the subscribe button. And as always, I'll have all of my supplies that I used listed down below. So y'all take care, stay safe, and happy stamping.